Okay, it is working. 2 seconds. I can just hear myself. Oh, come on. Yes, just like that. Okay, super. This is the second hand then for programming. That's the maze. Yes. Yeah. I have need to copy paste my code 2 times because it was fucking up. Because on my on my desktop PC, I'm using code blocks and it messed up with the original code, but it works on code blocks and also now works here on my Mac. Yeah, so I can just actually I included all these things in order to try to make a frame rate for the game, but it didn't actuate, so I dropped it just to make it more simple, and I would be sure that I actually could run the game. Also because the clear function, it says something with the environment is not set, and it was very difficult to make. So first of all, I actually want to thank some people who has been helping me a lot. The one is Adam Schoenemann. He was talking about how to update it. Uh, it was help, but I couldn't use it because of the clear system clear function. It doesn't work. So this is only for the Windows. So this should have been for the for the what is called the frame rate. So instead of, you can see down here I'm just got a lot of new windows. I could just have one maze all the time and just move my character. It was very difficult because of that. But the three main thing was that we should have a struct, an array, and a function. So I have two structures here. Oh, before that, actually I want to say a lot of thanks to Nikki from my own group 16. He actually explained me how to do all the code very easy and how it just could work. So that is just so, sorry for the word, fucking nice. Okay, so for the things, use the namespace, of course, HD standard, so I don't have to write HD : int jar blah blah. So here I have the structure of my enemies. Struct the enemy with a capital E, so that's the variable from the start that have these attributes. So I have my integer, attack, and life. I could also have been doing like the X and the Y up here, but I didn't do it. Just so I can see the difference. That is my attack thing. So that is my X and Y position. And then there's the symbol is going to have and then I have written that they are going to be enemy and then square brackets to make an array, and there should be 3, so it goes from the number 0, 1, 2. And the structure of my player, attack, life, symbol, and input, and my expositions. I'm called a gamer. So here's my maze. This is height, and width. There's a constant, so they will never change. So the height is going to be 16, and the width is going to be 16. I have then my unsigned child maze array, and that is my map. And here I have the function that is going to call the map into my while statement. Then we have the int main function, and here I have my enemy 1, where I have clarified the different positions and how much damage to do, how much life they have, which symbol they have in the game. I choose just to have them at a standard position, so it shouldn't change all the time. That was very difficult for me actually. And here we have the player. I don't know why it looked like this. Dum bum. Yeah, gives 7 damage. 42 in life is the add sign or Snabledrong sign, if you want to call it, and it starts at position of 1.1, and they have the game input. I don't know why Xcode wants to say expression results unused, because I'm actually using it. Yeah, and here there's the old maze. I just said it should not be reading. Yeah, so when I actually start the maze, I'll start the game, this text will come up. just like running it now. I don't know why. Yeah, here it is. So when I'm running it, all this code will come to the start. They say, welcome to the maze. Your controls are W, S, A, and D. In order to move, the hero, you also need to press enter in order for the character to move the written position. So for instance, you have the right, press A, enter to move to the left, and D, enter to right, and so on. And such has just written this early game development, so please be kind to the game. To start the game, press W, S, A, O, D, and enter. Yeah, then actually the game starts. Let me just close it. Now it's closed. I use the command dot. And here I'm actually calling in my enemies to the maze. Say that they are the maze is positioned for the first enemy, the second enemy, and the third enemy. And then it is a symbol it should put in. So here call in my input before my while statement. Then when the game actually starts, yeah, someone's Skype is running to me. Then when the game starts, you will see life, your damage, and how much life the enemies have. Just, okay, you're almost closing on to actually you have to complete the game. And here I have my function put into the while loop. I just call it refreshing map. It is here. Updating the map. That's every time you press like S enter, it updates the map again. Yeah, so here just a normal case statement. If I press W, if my maze, game X and gamer Y, so my gamer is not equal to the hash sign, it can move. If they this sign, it can move one up, because the window is like we have 0.0 here, and we have the X and Y axis, and the X go from 0 to blah blah, and Y to blah blah. So Y minus is up, and Y plus is down. Yeah, then we just say I'm going up and hitting a wall. Yeah, and here I haven't choose to do anything like attacking, because I know I have set my position to my enemies in some certain positions. So in order to make less coding for the lines and make it easier for me actually to read my code, that was Nico was helping me with, I could just make it more simple. So that is, I know that when I press the S, I'm going to hit my enemy. That is the set sign. So actually I'm only using this kind of attacking for that enemy. So what it's saying is attacking and losing life. So it's like, again, we have two if statements, and one if statement is one in one of the if statements, and then we have the else and else. So when I press S, if that's going to be set, the enemy one, that is the set life, is my gamer attack, and vice versa, my gamer life is minus or equal to the enemy's attack. And if the enemy's life is lower or equal to 0, it's going to be empty space. So it will disappear when it dies. And then we have the same code as before. If it's not a hashtag sign, I can move on. So when the enemy is gone, I can do that. And that's the same here. That's just for the A. So every time I'm going -1 if the x-axis or to left, which the V is, yeah, then I can just check and do the same again. And also for D, that is for the x sign. Yeah, there was my old code. It should just be running attack, but it actually has no, actually do nothing. Actually I can do like this, and do like that. And then so if I press Q, it closes the applications. And also after the switch statements, I said if all the enemies' lives is small and small less and equal to 0, we should just run this exit code. So those are exits. You can choose all to Q or just to complete the game, and then return. Yeah, the system clear function, I don't know how it works, but it should just clear in order to make the frame rate in milliseconds. But this there was some problem. Maybe I can ask you, George, in the future in order to make it work properly. It says something with the environment not set, but it is set by the array of my maze. Yeah, so let's try to run the game. Build succeeded. Let me press S. So here we have a small window. You can see it live. It's annoying. Whoopsie, yeah. So my life is 42. My damage is 7, and the life of my enemy. So I move down to the right, down, or left, down. Now we are down here, and I'm D. Okay. Now I'm in front of an enemy. If I press D again, I'm still standing because I can't move, but I have been attacking my enemy. So I give him 7 damage, that's 10 life. I gotta become 3. And since I didn't wrote a code that said it should only be 0, it becomes -4. And then my enemy is gone. Super. So I can move up again. Oops. And attacking. And then set was gone. Oops. And with attack again, you can see that the application actually closed. Boom. I'm pressing on my keyboard, but it's closing. I can try to run it again. Sit down and press Q. Closed. Yeah. That is actually my code. Very simple for the maze. It took me a lot of time. I can try to see out. Boom, boom. Game closing. You finished it. Oops. So if I was doing like now just press oops Q, yeah, then just I can't. Let me just try to finish the game again. How long time I've been recording? 12 minutes, okay. That's going to be a quick one. I don't know why, but my Mac is pretty much fucking up. It's real laggy and such. Okay, because the game is closing before actually my call out can come in with some text. Meh. So then, I also think it didn't save. So I'm saving, and that is my code. Hope that I will pass. You know, it's very simple. Yes.